Hello, my swanlings, and welcome back to another stream. We are here today with some Berry World. I know it's been a while, but we're back. And you know, that's what matters. Let's pray to God my hotkeys work. Come on, register Minecraft. Thank you. And now I have to try to remember this accent that I haven't done in God knows how fucking long. How do I get into character? I didn't change that clock. Pretend that's the date of the moon. Like the right moon phase. It might be. Maybe I'm lucky. Who knows? I'm very good at being in character. Alrighty. Let's see. You know, I really wish I had law books to look over still. I don't remember half this stuff. Making these files is gonna take a while, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. There's so many... Lord. I've gotten a good chunk at it, but I haven't even begun to list down what I really need to get in this. How many files do I need to do again? I should aim to have them done by probably end of next week. Probably about 8. Why didn't I start doing this before? I guess probably because I was too unsettled. Ads, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the compliment, I guess, fella. Okay, got most of the information down. You know, I'm surprised to know I don't actually know the Empress's age. Is that people moving around downstairs? What's going on?
Sure you want to be in a room with that one? Considering what just happened.
Well, ain't
Looks like
this
I didn't have to need to do anything.
bit of surprise?
Hello, Swanson. Open one of the cells.
Alrighty, I'm gonna want a bit of an explanation, though.
We can
We'll
explain.
give you an explanation after.
Alrighty, fella.
Where am I?
Get your ass in the cell right now.
Where am I?
I'm tired of your questions. Get in the cell!
Thank you, brother.
Jesus. By the gods, I'm so fucking annoyed.
What crime did this fella commit to get y'all in such a tizzy? Are y'all okay?
Well, Swanson. Let me just explain. You see that one over there?
Yeah.
Or you just put in the cell? Yeah, she's a godborn. It's very much confirmed. And you want to know how I found out?
How?
That idiot possessed me. Well, semi-possessed me.
I am
Oh,
no idiot.
They possessed
I mean,
you?
you're pretty much... Yes. Yes, very much. I mean, you are kind of an idiot for possessing the one person you shouldn't have done that to.
It's not like I meant to do it.
Secrets.
I would have not wanted to do it anyways if I had the choice.
And yet you still did it. Seems like you can't control yourself, huh?
Alright, so this fella here don't quite have a control of their abilities. Do you want to keep him in containment until we can figure it out, or did they do an actual crime?
Well, they are also in trouble for not really fulfilling Pandora's law. Still, it's their third offense.
Their third offense?
For the record, I was actually fulfilling it. You guys were just
Shut
getting
your
greedier.
mouth before I come in there and cut your mouth off.
Oh yeah.
Alright, they'll serve out their sentence. There's no need to...
Come on.
It's
Come
not
on.
There's no need to do any of
that.
that.
Come on, keep talking. I would love to hear you talk more. I would
It's
love
not an empty threat.
to hear more.
He's serious.
Words. Don't fuck with me, President.
How long is their sentence?
About a week.
Alrighty.
I'd make it more, but I gotta be fair.
We have to be fair. If we bend the rules for her, we have to bend it for everybody.
Well, I'll make sure the fellow serves their time then.
I mean, it would have added more just for trying to possess me, but you know. Let's be nice. I like to play the game. Fair and square.
That mean... Was it you run France or something, right?
Yes.
Does that mean that place is gonna be, without anyone looking after it?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine without her. She's the only person there.
Well, villagers, but I'm sure they can take care of themselves.
Oh yeah, the villagers can take care of themselves. They don't really need that much high maintenance.
Alrighty then,
They've been doing it for years before us, so...
that's a relief that everything should be fine then. Well, I certainly can make sure everything's under control on this end then.
I'm fucking tired.
So am I. You should try walking in heels.
I wouldn't want to know.
There's an inn just down the street if you need to take a load off for a few minutes.
Maybe.
You know what? It's actually dark. We should probably just get in or something. And then leave in the morning.
Well, there's 2 rooms available.
We'll help ourselves.
Of course.
And you.
Thanks.
I won't forget what you did.
I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it.
How long have you known that you're Godborn?
Not very long.
Do you even know what your actual name is?
I don't even know if I should tell anyone. I didn't want this. I didn't want to be a Godborn. I didn't even think, contrary to my belief, I didn't even think freaking Godborns existed.
They do. As unfortunate as it is, they do.
Let alone actual gods. I mean, Hermes is a nice god and all, Demeter, but I didn't want this. I didn't want to be a Godborn. This was supposed to be a new, fresh world. This was supposed to be a new start. And... God.
Look, you can't help what you are now. All that you can do is decide what you're going to do with it now that you're here. I'd advise you learn about yourself, but the Empress plays her game, and unless you can opt out, you gotta play it too. Don't let her know more than what's necessary. Keep stuff to yourself as long as you can is the best advice I could give you.
Why do you even work for her? Why?
Why do
Out
I
of all
work for
people.
her? That's a bit of a loaded question, don't you think? Trying to get some intel on me to maybe lighten your sentence?
That's not it. It's
I'm
just...
I'm joking, fella. The New World Order promised just that. Order. Law. That's why, I accepted in the beginning, but I don't work for no one but myself. In the end. I'm the one to ask questions. Most people, so long as they get paid, they don't care. I'm not one of those folk. But we all at times have to play the Empress's game.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of playing her game. I just didn't think it was right that she had to abolish impeachment. We have a right to say who we want to be our president. That doesn't scream equal or order to me. That just screams a recipe for disaster.
You're not fully wrong there. It was one of the first red flags, but it's what folk elected.
But then this Pandora's Law thing, I feel like it's got way out of hand because now I feel like they're just being greedy. France isn't crawling with gems, and I've been trying to tell them that.
Slow down there, fella. Alright, I don't know too much of the situation, so real quick what we're gonna do is the booking process, more or less. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. They're basic. Name, age, that kind of stuff. So I can just get that on file. And then you can tell me your side of things, alright?
Okay.
Okay. Let me... You know what? Suppose I can just take some... Is this empty? God, I have too many pages. Alright, this should work just fine. Alright. Is your name Nova, or is that just a nickname?
Yes, Nova. It's Nova Evansky.
Good enough. Okay. How old are you? You can just give an estimate if you want.
About 22, 23.
Alrighty. Assume you're female, she, her?
Yes.
Alrighty. Your residence should be France. You are the president of France, if I'm correct.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I need of you then for that. It should be enough to just make a small file. Now then, from what I understand, they came to collect Pandora's Law, and apparently you didn't have what you owed. What happened on your side?
I mined the crap out of those gems. Day and night. Actual mining is painful. You could... That chest was full. That's all I have to say. Full of diamonds, emeralds, and last time they didn't even take them. They were just sitting there.
Nova, can you hold up your hands to the bars real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, that does look... I might get you some bandages for those later. Alright, you can put them down on evidence, you know.
Yeah.
So you've been...
They hurt.
I'll see if Luna's been around. I could probably get the good doctor to maybe... They might know a thing or two to help with that. But... So you filled those chests best you could. Your hands are evident of your hard work. And they said it wasn't enough?
Yeah. They said that you were so close, and then they just dropped the F-bomb on me, basically.
Did they give you a specific quote, how short you were?
No. They just said I was lacking. At least that's what I remember in the heat of the moment. That's all I remember.
Witnesses' testimony and memory can be a bit faulty, but this is a bit he said, she said at this point. So, it'll have to do. After that, what escalated the situation? I understand that, well, I expect them to be a bit unforgiving in that instance, but this possession, what...
I just was angry. They just kept wanting more and more and more, and Yuki's just...
So, in a moment of emotion, this power of yours activated, and you accidentally possess the Empress.
Yes. I didn't mean to do it. It's not like I wanted to anyways, because, God, I wouldn't want to be in her state.
Plus, it's simply unwise in the first place to possess the Empress. Alright, so... I can see how that escalated the situation for certain. The unknown factor of your ability probably... Well, not much surprises the Empress these days, but I imagine that would have done it. Alright. So essentially, instead of giving you extra time or a different resource working it out with you. They simply threw you in here, despite the fact that you were not lacking effort. You did not willingly or willfully commit tax evasion.
I didn't want to, it's just... that, and they ransacked a lot of the stuff that they tried to make me, you know, give up. But I wasn't holding it, you know, out of bad will. I just...
Do you think there could be any evidence of this? You said they hadn't picked it up the last few times, didn't you?
They left the stuff that was in the chest at the actual Pandora's Law.
I see. Alrighty.
But they took everything else from my house.
Do you think there's any... Did you keep records of what you had collected, perhaps? Is there any physical evidence that there may be that proves
No.
that makes this a tad harder? Alright. Well, your story is feasible. It makes sense, frankly. I don't think you're lying, or at least, if you are, it's not on purpose. So long as you don't go possessing me, that is. Try not to, please.
No. I don't even know how it happened. It just...
Well,
it was a spur of the moment kind of thing, and...
over time, you should be able to hone that ability of yours. I'm sure you can talk to one of the gods, see if you could get some advice on how to hone it, and I would make sure you do that. You do not want another instance where you accidentally possess someone. Because
how long have you known this was a thing?
What was a thing? Godborns, or?
Everything regarding the gods.
Well, I do believe I hid away from society, not intentionally, more so, you know that Beantopia place?
Kind of. It sounds familiar.
Well, I think me and a bunch of others, we came to there in the beginning of the New World. But
Gotcha. Yeah.
I kind of fled. Don't know how I got off that place. Don't know where I went, but I didn't know about the rest of y'all for quite some time. So the first time I really actually joined society was after the Empress was elected. Word finally came to me that she was holding some kind of meeting, her first one. Believe that was where you got into a mighty big pickle. Confrontation there. Think you were thrown out of the meeting?
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah. I think that was the first time I'd heard about them. A few days later was the first time I met a god. And I learned of godborns and the like, so I've known about them for a long time, you could say.
Okay. I'm just glad I'm not the only person, but still, it's just...
I understand that it feels hopeless. You're in a situation that isn't entirely fair to you. Yes, you did technically commit tax evasion in some ways, but these aren't typical taxes. No, it's almost like some kind of bartering system. And this actually proves a flaw in the system. We have no way to... What if genuine good citizens simply can't pay up? There should be something in place to catch them so that they can provide that extra help some other way, make it up. There's no reason to throw people that actually try into jail. A waste of resources, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But here we are now, so we can only deal with your situation, alright?
Where am I exactly?
Oh, you've never been to my part of town, have you?
No.
You're in my little neck of the woods, Talon Peaks. It's where I live, mostly alone. They don't exactly got fancy sales set up, so these are what we work with. Look, fella, best thing you can do is keep your head down, alright? Take this time to reflect on your situation and think, alright?
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
you come to terms with what it means to be a godborn, all of this means for you. And if you need, I can even attempt to run down to the library at some point to try to maybe help you figure out which fella you exactly are. But when you get out of here, you're going to want to be careful. You need to consider what you're going to do. And I've said these words to someone once before, and I'm really hoping you don't make the same mistakes they did.
Right. Stay low.
This system may be flawed, but it's not. It can be salvaged. So you don't need to do anything too drastic, alright? And I don't want to find you here in these cells again. If you need help next time, alright? Something comes up. You know, I have extra materials I could give to you.
Thank you. That's honestly the kindest thing that's anyone's ever said to me as of late.
This world's lacking in kindness these days. My goal is to just be fair. Now, is there anyone that I could maybe contact for you that could come see you, or that you'd like to talk to see if they can handle some of your affairs back in France, or...
No, it's just me.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna step outside for a moment. So, give you a bit of time. Because we're gonna be getting a bit friendly here for a few days. Probably gonna see me sleeping on that couch quite a bit. So,
right.
Just...
Thank you.
Of course, fella.
I think I'm just gonna sleep myself. So.
Of course.
Alright.
Dear Lord. Okay. That was, in fact, a lot. Prices have to be paid, yes, but the price should be fair. There's no excuse it shouldn't be. Oh.
Hello.
Hey there, Chris. Didn't expect to see you around here at this time of night.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to get here at night, I'm gonna be honest.
Bit of a ill-planned trip.
Yeah, see, I came here from Sakura Heart, so... Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'll explain. That'll explain.
Long trouble. How's it going here?
Things have, frankly, heated up a bit. Wait a second. I've seen you talking to, no, I haven't, have you? That's a different fella. Well,
Oh.
I suppose it doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
I got someone in lockup. Nova.
Oh.
Well, accidentally committed tax evasion, so.
How does one accidentally commit tax evasion?
Doesn't manage to pay up, even though they tried real hard.
I see, one of those. It's that case, apparently.
Yeah,
Alright.
that case.
Well, at least they didn't purposefully do it.
Yeah, no, that's a lot better than the last time.
True. I forgot who the last one was, but yeah.
The last person I had in lockup for kind of Pandora Law-related incident was Sky. We saw how that turned out.
Oh, yeah, that lovely
Yep.
case. Lovely.
I simply hope that this fella takes my advice this time.
Let's hope and doesn't commit arson.
Yeah, no, that was not pretty.
And terrorism
That
plus.
was not pretty.
It was not, no. But other than the imprisonment case, apparently. I mean, did everything else with that situation go well?
Well,
Like,
seems to be semi-resolved. It wasn't like necessarily a dangerous conflict, it don't seem, which is fortunate.
and that's good, that's good. Either way, I mean, why do we have to talk business exactly? We're friends. I come by here to chat with you sometimes.
Well,
So-
yeah, been a bit since your last visit. Been thinking you forgot about me.
I would never. I've just been busy with a lot of other things.
Yeah, haven't we all, frankly?
Had a drinking night at some point, you know.
Yeah, well,
I went to Spirit Oasis. Me and Allie had some drinks together.
how
It
did
was a
that
fun
go?
time. It went well. From what I remember.
From it, yeah, drink will do that, I do suppose. Tends to be why I
remember.
don't,
I remember most of it. I remember most of it because I'm gonna be honest, I did not get as drunk as she did.
Is she a lightweight or something?
Well, she had like 3 bottles of gin and then like sake, so.
I see.
And I was mostly sipping on like maybe 1 thing of gin and then like maybe 2 things of that, so I was not as drunk. Probably because. Yeah, no, I literally had to escort her to her room because too drunk, I swear.
Yeah, no, that makes a good amount of sense.
Which reminds me, I have a question about your bar here.
Yeah, the saloon that's unmanned by all means.
Yeah, so my main question was, so, if you were to need, like, because, like, people love cold alcohol, how would you feel if I would give you some resources that include ice?
Well, I'd compensate you for it.
I mean, you don't have to.
Fella, I don't just take favors.
No, it's not a favor. It's a friendly gesture.
My conscience would sit better if I still compensated you.
Alright, fine. Ice for some of the sand.
That I can do. That's a fair resource exchange, I think.
That way I can later make it into glass. Because recently we just wasted all of our glass on making a snow globe statue with a tree inside it to honor Demeter.
Oh, I see. Might come see that sometime if you don't mind. That sounds...
Oh, please do. That
Interesting.
took like most of our resources.
Well, I can
Well-
certainly, when I'm bringing over that sand, then I can come give it a look at then.
Yeah, because let's just say, let me tell you, those resources were not easy. We had to travel to South America to get most of them.
Well, fortunately, in this deserty part here, we got plenty of sand to go around, frankly.
Yeah, because, the one thing houses kind of need is glass, even though most of the time they freeze over. But, especially considering how many blizzards we have.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see probably settling in Antarctica wasn't the best idea, but I am free of the taxes, so...
You know what, that is a benefit, to be fair. Don't gotta worry about that Pandora's Law.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that.
Say, fella,
Yeah,
I
what's...
think Nova's a bit rattled, being thrown in cell and all that. Do you mind talking to her for a bit?
Yeah, sure, I'm on good terms with her.
Alrighty. I'll check in a moment. I gotta go check on something else for the moment.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, let's see. I'm certainly having a lot of activity tonight. Guess I ain't sleeping. I'm going a bit too far. That's the post office. This one's the inn. I really need to rework this. Oh, Lord, structures. But it works. That's what matters. I'm gonna have a lot of thinking to do after this. Let's see. This door's open. Maybe they're in the same room. Hey, knock knock there, fella.
Come on in.
Hey, come
Hey.
in.
Apologies. No, I, sent y'all here to rest, but
No, it's
I
fine.
wanted to get both sides of the story. For the records, of course.
So don't mind Justin being in here. He's keeping me company, and at the same time, concerned that somebody might come in here while I'm unguarded.
You wanted to get both sides of the story. I'll tell you honestly and truthfully. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where to start. A lot of things are happening, and I'm just concerned about her. But if I did have to choose a starting point, I'd imagine that President Nova tried to twist the story in their own way. Figures. But I guess I should truly start with this whole Pandora's Law thing, because I guess some people have forgotten that it exists. Alright. For the past few weeks, I've been doing my rounds with Pandora's Law, obviously, because I'm a tax collector. I know a lot of people don't like that. The word taxes tends to set people off in so many different ways, but I don't know how many times I gotta explain this damn law to people, but it's supposed to help people. One of the first things we did when Yuki became president, or queen, I should say, was we decided to pass a few laws that could possibly benefit the world. Considering the fact that there's not a lot of people on this earth anymore, the old laws might not work. Some of them will, trust me, and obviously we've talked about that in our meetings with Allison and Miles and all the others who are helping us out with that. But one of the things that we considered was the fact of helping hands. Not a lot of people have access to a lot of certain things, but people who do could possibly spare some of what they have. Not because greediness or anything like that, but because people need that stuff. If a large person has a large surplus of, let's say, medical supplies, and they had enough to provide the world, then Pandora's Law tax would be the one that would give that to them. I don't know if you knew this or not, so I'm just telling you.
I've helped you enforce the law before, fella. I mean more like when you got there, when you were coming to collect the payment.
Well, I guess I should start with the whole inquiry about it. We enforced the idea of having Pandora's Law be pushed on established settlements and colonies, and France was one of them. And, well, despite previous offenses with President Nova, she agreed to follow the law. And I have it right here. She even signed it herself. That's not my handwriting.
Mind if
That's
I
hers.
take a look?
Well, if you want to flip through these pages, go for it.
Alright. Well. Yeah.
Anyways, certain industries, I will say, are much more higher demand, including the resources of gems and ores. Now, we already have a mining industry that's ran by the Swanson siblings, Ellie and Sin, and honest to the gods, they provide every single week without fail. In fact, they go over their numbers. I don't know how they do it. It's just the two of them. Well, technically one of them, considering the fact that Ellie does all the mining, and I'm not sure what Sin does. But it's just Ellie. Without fail. Overdoing their limits. I mean, hell, we even have to leave some of it back because we don't need to take all of it. But President Nova inquired that she wanted to do mining as well, specifically for gems and stones, minerals. And we said yes to that, because obviously there's a little bit of a higher demand for those things. Which, in this contract, states that it would have to be done by a bi-weekly basis. And of course, if things are not met, there are obviously repercussions and punishments for these things. So, for weeks on end, I had been going back and forth, collecting taxes until I get to France. The first offense, obviously, they didn't make ends meet, which is fine. We just gave them a warning for next time. And then a second offense, subject will be required to pay up anything they have of the stock as immediate payment. And well, we got that. In fact, we didn't just take what they had, we took what was already there. Anyways, and then today, third offense happened. Albeit they tried. They did. And trust me, I was willing to commend them for that, but then they got feisty and rowdy, and Trust me, don't just take it from me. I know it's kind of hard to believe when people say, oh, I'm not lying, you have to trust me. But trust me when I say that this is what happened. She can attest to it, and my 2 guards can attest to it as well.
I will
So
ask for their names later to do a follow-up interview, but...
I can forward them to you, don't worry. You don't need to have to go through the hassle of having to differentiate all of my guards, because let's be frank, they almost all look the same, especially with the armor.
The armor does not help in distinguishing them, fellas.
Anyways, 3rd offense came, and, well, again, I was willing to commend their commemoration. There was a lot, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to make the cut, so, of course, we had to go through with what we were going to do initially. Just lock them up for a few. Nothing too bad. It may not seem fair in some people's eyes, but it's just how it is. That's how the rules are. If I have to suffer in jail, then maybe someone can learn something out of this. I'm trying to say.
Honestly, Nova's a lot more lucky that the circumstances of her being in jail wasn't like what you had, because that would be an issue.
No, trust me. If it were like that, then we'd have a major problem. But it's not. It's not to scare anyone. It really isn't. It's just to make them learn. But anyways, going on with this stuff, we're about to go through what we do with this kind of stuff. And then that's when it happened. Things started to get very, very heated. She started talking about this anti-Pandora's Law propaganda bullshit. And
honestly, if you want, you could even check the chest. Well, we did pack the chest just now, but like earlier. But you know.
Anyways, she ended up getting a little more closer. She ended up getting a little more closer to my sister than meets the eye. So I told my guards to, get in front of her because it looked like she was about to absolutely punch her in the face. I could see the rage in her eyes. Cause trust me, I feel it too.
I think that would explain the accidental activation of her ability.
And that's the even weirder part, Swanson. Those eyes. They were glowing. I've only seen that kind of stuff happen with my sister, and actually, I think that's the only person I've seen that happen to. Glowing eyes. And then, I don't know how to describe it, but my sister wasn't herself. I tried snapping her out of it, but she just kept screaming about, that's my body over there, and then she started screaming, get out of my head or something. It was so weird. Even President Nova was dormant. It was... And so,
if you would like to know, I can give you details of what happened exactly when that happened. So basically, think of it as like this room. And outside is the body. Basically what happened is she shoved my consciousness into this room and she took over temporarily.
I see.
Sure as hell seemed like it, because again, my sister was talking about, that's me over there and that's my body, or I don't know, it's very, very strange. I wish I was making this up. It was more of like a
partial possession, I'm gonna be honest. Because, let's say I managed to break down the door that was keeping me in the back of my mind.
So she got aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
Got all up in the Empress's face. The emotion was too much, activated the ability, and it proceeded from there.
Once everything was regained into the control of the situation, or what I can say, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, them being back in their own bodies or minds or whatever, we tried to detain Nova because, well, from our standpoint, it looked like a hostile interaction and we were gonna, well, detain her. But she ran off. She started running.
So she resisted arrest.
Basically. Trust me, I wouldn't say that if it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, I was there.
I mean, I do believe that Nova got hostile. It corresponds with her version of events, although I think she was a little lacking on the descriptor there of just how mad she was.
So, this just doesn't...
She shouldn't have resisted arrest, but I do think, given what I have heard, I do believe that perhaps she really did not intend to possess you, Empress.
No, I
Kinda-
can tell
kinda
that
hard to
usually
believe.
happens for first-time powers.
So
Usually
I do
happens.
believe that her resistant arrest in that instance could have very well been a result of shock. It does not excuse it, of course, but I think that explains
Ignorance of
the
the law
behavior.
does not excuse anybody, Swanson.
Of course. I'm just stating. Although it did give
Of
me,
course.
hearing this event, it gave me a bit of a thought as something I might want to bring up at one of our next law meetings. What
What
if
might that be?
Pandora's Law, if someone outright refuses, to pay, obviously jail time is the answer, but what if someone does try their best, of course, but can't? Maybe there should be a system or options where, say, there's a project, like, say, a building project or something going on
You want to
elsewhere.
know something?
Perhaps they
You want
could...
to know something?
Hmm?
Actually, funny thing you say that. But my brother actually mentioned this earlier to her. I was like, if your industry wasn't working well, you could have just swapped. It's really just
That's
that
true.
easy.
I even told them that last week. I told them that if it wasn't going to work out, make an inquiry and we'll see if we can change it. So we did give them a chance.
I see.
We did. And again, I have guards that were there to testify with me. Because trust me, I wouldn't say these things if I didn't have any evidence to prove it. Because I would know a thing about not having evidence. And
It
trust
might
me,
be
I
hard.
don't need to bring up that. I really don't.
Yes, and we
That's
may be
gonna-
harsh, but we're not absolute idiots or monsters to force you into something that obviously is out of your control.
I mean, Swanson, have you seen France? They have fields of crops growing. They could join the agriculture industry, but no, they keep bickering and saying that it's not fair.
Fella.
And yet they never tell us that, hey, maybe I want to fucking switch my...
Fella, breathe, okay? Look, this whole new world thing is still new to everyone. This whole system is still new to everyone. There's gonna be kinks, things people don't understand.
I understand that, but every single other person I talk to fulfills everything, and they're comfortable with it. Nova is the only one who doesn't provide. Those gems are needed. And hell, if they have to switch an industry and we have to give it to Ellie or something like that, then that's fine, because they're doing a hell of a lot better. They have a whole crate of gems that can be used, but no, we can't take them.
That and Demi, back in what was that place called? The one
Druid's
next to you?
Leaf.
Yeah, Druid's Leaf. I do believe that they also have a mining system over there.
Well, that's true, but their industry is also
It's
agriculture.
plantation. Yeah, plantation.
What I'm trying to say is that I'm tired of hearing this unfair bullshit, specifically from Nova. I've been twice as much fair than they have with me. They're lucky that they didn't assault my sister. Trust me. when
It's not
say
like I can
that.
defend myself.
They have a lot of nerve to talk. They have a lot of nerve to talk to. They know who they are talking to. Sorry.
I would
You made a
suggest you
little bit
take...
of dent there.
It's nothing I can't fix. I need to rework this building anyway. It's
fix it, don't
structurally a
worry.
bit interesting.
I'll fix it. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about that. I can clean up my own messes.
I would suggest you take a few days off, but I know you wouldn't do such a thing.
Well, in terms of all this governmental stuff, I guess that may be a right approach. In fact, there is a little something that I might want to think about or looking into. Because now that we know that President Nova, actually, I'm not even going to call them president anymore. I don't even know who they are. They could be
That's what I'm
anybody.
trying to figure out. I've been
They don't
taking
know
note
who
of
they are
everything.
themselves.
Oh yeah, here, look. I've been
Oh,
taking a note of.
apologies, I did not mean to snatch that.
It's fine.
I've been taking a note of every god form. Just
Yeah,
trying to figure out who's who.
What's
That
so
last one, though.
Last one, though, that's the thing, though. That's just speculation, but that does bring up a good point. This is
Who
what
was
I was.
the last one?
This is what I was gonna get into, but concerning the fact that we know that Nova's a Godborn, we don't know who they are, but they are. There's speculation amongst me and my sister that there might be another one out there.
Another?
Yeah.
I think I might know who it is because I did. Swanson, remember that one little girl? What was her name?
Castelli?
Yeah. Her archery skills are very, very remarkable.
That they are. For someone
Even-
so young, I was quite surprised myself.
Even then, there's one Pantheon god that we have not seen yet. And it's kind of weird that we haven't seen them yet. None other than Artemis. Don't you see how this is kind of like connecting?
I most certainly do.
I think I'm going to
Pretty
take a
much.
few days off to actually investigate this a little further.
So long as you get some actual rest during it too, if you can manage.
I think rest is what I need. As much as I want to work, I've got a lot of hands that can do the work for me.
I mean, if you want, we could take a bit of vacation.
Vacation?
Either here or, you know, Spirited Oasis. I heard that place is very nice this time of year.
Well,
I
for
mean-
one, I need to. Sorry to cut this short, but I need to be getting back. Those cells aren't the sturdiest, and, well, I don't exactly have guards around here, so I gotta keep watch myself. So,
If you'd like, we could send
That's
some
fine.
over here, just so you have extra protection.
I don't need no protection.
I mean, we're not underestimating your skills at Swanson.
It's just that the offer is always there if you want it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you. Take care of you
Anyways,
two.
yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna rest up, so thanks
You
for
go
coming
to your
by.
room,
Of
I'll
course.
be fine.
Thank you for telling me your side of things.
Of course.
Go to your room, I'll be fine, Justin.
Alrighty. Hopefully I didn't leave. Lee?
Hi.
What are you doing around here?
I'm supposed to be doing my job. What are you...
Well, yeah, doing your job. I'm the one that makes the rounds around here for the most part, so I'm just a bit...
I'm supposed to be spying on Nova.
What? You're supposed...
Look, I got busy with things, and I'm trying to prepare for an interrogation with Zolan.
Alright, you're saying a whole lot of things that I don't think I've been privy to for some reason. So, you were tasked by, I assume, the Empress or someone of the sort to spy on Nova, and then you have some sort of interrogation planned with Zolan? Are you interrogating Zolan, or are you and Zolan interrogating Nova?
Let's just say I'm gonna be interrogating Zolan soon.
Alrighty. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say to you. And besides, I was supposed to go to France, but I got busy. I mean, shit. There's fucking monsters everywhere in the world. So I got busy ripping their limbs off.
You don't need to describe to me that.
Yeah, I just figured an alibi would be efficient for me, just in case if you're questioning why else am I here.
I was just wondering why you were walking around town so late. Got quite a few people running through here tonight, and don't usually get this sort of level of activity.
Alright. Well, I'm supposed to be spying on Nova, but apparently she's not at her place.
Nova has been put in lockup. You are free to
What?
visit her if you so desire.
What do you mean she's in lockup?
She broke Pandora's law. She failed to meet the requirements. I've been busy getting both sides of the story on that. You're free to talk to her if you want. I need to get back to Garden anyway, so... I mean, hell, if you need to spy on her, you could just act like a concerned friend. What it seems, people haven't been too kind to her these days.
I mean, shit, the world ended. There's no skyscrapers, there's no roads. So yeah, everything in this world is just hell. I mean,
It's a hell of our own making if it's a hell.
the words that are right out of my mouth.
Whose dog is this?
I actually don't know.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if it was maybe Nova's. Loyal fella might have followed her all the way from France or something to here. I'll make
visit
sure to...
her when I'm ready.
Alrighty. That was something else. So the circumstances aren't quite fully as I had imagined, but this still isn't quite right. There's something I'm missing. Still, a bit of a reform system could be nice. Safety net to catch. Those blisters were no joke. She didn't intend to break the law. And even if it was really her fault for not switching, she was determined to make it work. There could have been some sort of community service, building project, something she could have donated extra time to, at least for the first real failure to pay with evident effort. But otherwise, Nova was too aggressive. That was uncalled for, and she never should have done that. Near threatening the lives, almost, of those two. I suppose Chris came and left. That's quite alright. What's another mess to unravel on top of every other thing I have to do? Hey there, Fiend. Hey there, bud. Hey, don't you look away from me, fella. You're the one that decides that you like to walk back here and all that sort all the time. But you are cute. I will give you that. There isn't necessarily any physical evidence. I need to actually go to the scene of the crime, see if I can retrace some steps. I know that the truth probably, frankly, is that the possession was accidental. But Nova did get aggressive. I believe she was calling him greedy of the sort, so likely after the whole incident where she didn't meet up to the mark, she likely got too aggressive. To the point where she accidentally activated her own power. And even without that activation, that aggression was not... It's not safe to do that kind of thing. So both are really at fault. I don't blame Justin's reaction. That was fair. Justin had no way of knowing whether or not that was intentional or not. Anyone can be a damn good actor. So he responded as he should have. But I do believe that this is a waste of resources to just throw her in jail. There could be, say, even help. I don't even know if all the debris from Dogeland has been cleared out. She could have dedicated her time to help with that. Could have maybe made up with money itself. That is still a reform that I think is beneficial. At the end of the day, though, this seems to be a pretty open and shut case at the very least. Fiend, what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to make me go, hmm? What? What are you trying to tell me, fella? What? Don't give me that look. You were the one that shoved me. What was I to expect, though? Organ music? I mean, I don't really got much music playing around here. I don't got anything to play it. Let alone an organ. Hell, the only instrument I really know how to play is the violin, frankly. Might know how to strum a string or two on a guitar, but that's not really... Honestly, I bet I've forgotten by now. Baritone? Baritone? I don't know too much about that, to be honest. I didn't... You could say I'm not the most educated on all the instruments and all that sort. I'm gonna be in for the long haul, aren't I? At least I got plenty of food saved up and stuff like that. Like a tube? Hmm.
Hey.
Hey there, fella. Door's always unlocked for future notice.
Looky,
rather
looky,
people
who's
like-
here?
Leave.
I mean, leave. I can't necessarily leave. I'm here to stay. I'm just gonna watch this happen. Don't worry about it.
What is that? Hello?
Oh, it's Big Bad Guard.
Lee?
He's kind of stupid looking too.
That's not nice. Get out of here.
Come on, if I'm saying it, you're thinking it.
Nova, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
For a moment there, it sounded like you were talking to yourself.
I'm just figuring things out. Sorry.
Oh,
You're crazy.
righty. Well, she's all yours if you want to talk. I'll just be over there. I got paperwork to do and the sort.
Being in isolation has really made you messed up in the head, huh? Look at me, look at me. Oh, she's looking away.
Leave me
Oh.
alone.
He's here to
Lee?
talk to you.
What are you doing here?
He's here to visit you, dum-dum.
What the hell, Nova?
Great. So you figured out I'm in jail too?
You couldn't just keep low?
Yeah,
What do
dum-dum. You can just kidding.
What kind of live your life that you don't fucking understand?
Wait. Sounds familiar. You wrote that
Stop.
letter?
Stop. Not out loud. Or do you really want to announce to the entire fucking world that you're just...
I couldn't help it, okay? I really couldn't. There's just so much going on. So much to handle, let alone being president, trying to run my... I want it all to end.
Ever since the world ended, I wanted to die. I wanted my life to end. Okay? Everybody's scared and confused.
Why?
There's monsters out there. I mean, shit, there's no skyscrapers, there's no roads, there's no houses, there's no cities, there's no nothing. Everything is just vanished off of the earth. And I realized my step-parents, my step-brother, my step-sister, my best friend, gone. And even my house in California on the other side of the world, on the other side of North America.
Oh, I beg to differ. I feel like this is a new, fresh start. But it's all being corrupted and doesn't help that she.
Oh, what are you looking at me for? You can't see me. See, look, that's just do the brain.
What happened?
Pandora's Law. I was trying to keep up with everything and.
And you pulled the stupid.
Shut up. I was trying to do everything I can and it just.
You're a what?
I'm a godborn. I don't know what. Well, I do know, but I know I can possess bodies.
Stop.
What do you mean by stop? It's not like I wanted it.
I know you don't.
She already knows. The sheriff already knows. I didn't want whatever I have.
What name?
I don't know. Well, I do know, but it starts with an N and ends with an S. That's all I'll give you for now.
Here, I'll turn into something that you really like. Remember this? Remember this? Remember this? Remember when I wore this? Yeah.
Hold on a second. You get your Steve for me. Okay. Anyways,
An end.
I just.
I've seen
That's
the
not it.
patrols I had.
Patrols? Wait, why are you dressed up in armor?
Because he's scared, little man. Need big armor to make himself look big.
I was working with New World Order.
Oh yeah, he's one of them. You sure you want to trust him with what you were saying? Don't pull another dumb.
You were a spy?
I didn't have a goddamn choice. She said don't fail her.
And you trusted him. Oh, big dum dum.
So that dream, Hermes was correct. That dream was true. She
I was
told
scared
you-
of her, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, everybody says that.
She played me like a fool.
And you walked in dead.
If I didn't comply with what she... If I...
What did she do?
Oh, he's not gonna tell you.
I heard
You'll
that
use
someone
that.
died. I heard that someone died
Oh,
by her hand.
Yo,
Oh,
use
fuck,
that.
you
Use that.
heard.
Yeah, push it. Push it. Push the topic. Get it out of him.
Who told you?
I just,
Who told you?
I think it was Asia. I think that was her name, but I'm not entirely sure. Do you know who it was?
Oh, looks like he's gonna break.
Yeah. Of course I know. Of course I know, and I can't forget.
Oh,
I mean, shit. I had to dig a hole inside the house. I spent there for days. The reason why I didn't want to come back is because I didn't want to get you involved.
Well, you kind of knew from the start that I was involved already with.
I told you to
Already
live your
standing up.
damn life. You don't understand these goddamn people.
How was I supposed to trust that letter when it was from an anonymous person?
Because these two are godborns. Yuki and Justin are.
should you tell him? Or do you want to tell him? Did you already tell him
Tell him what?
that you are one?
I just did.
You're talking to yourself. You look kind of stupid and kind of crazy. Yeah, this is fun. You should really bring me out more. This is really fun.
Lee, sorry, I didn't mean to get too in depth. I have a lot going
you
on.
I warned you, Nova. I warned you.
It's not like I had a choice. Again, they
I mean,
pressured
you kind
me.
of did. I mean, you kind of did. You could have just not been angry. Let it go.
You know, when I was there, when everybody was just gathered around, I saw you getting dragged out with Echo. I mean, I know you're pissed. It's
They can't ban impeachment. It's not fair. And you know that too. You're scared of her too. Why do we have to bow down to this person when we can easily just stand up?
Because it's the rules, man.
because I can't. She told me she will kill everyone I ever cared for, or even talked to in that matter, and then myself, eventually. She made me do something I didn't want to do.
Right. Well, there's another thing going on, Lee, and I don't know who else. I guess we kind
You
of just.
sure? Sure you want to trust him with that? You're not pulling a big brain move. You gotta think about this. Otherwise, you're gonna pull another thumb and then end up in bigger jail.
Can I trust you? You're against the queen, right?
Swanson's over there. Sure you want to talk about that right now?
Save it.
What?
The reason
Yo, are we about to do it cool?
Shh. What?
the hole I dug. There is a reason why I dug a hole near my home. There's a reason why she said those words to me. There's a reason why she scares me with her warlord brother. There's reasons why I can't retaliate against her. There's reasons
Lee,
why.
I need your help though. Can you please just trust me?
Nova, I can't.
Please.
Nova,
It involves innocent lives.
they made me kill my girlfriend for fuck's sake.
I know, but I really need your help. Can you just hear me out?
Going down this path.
I... Please. I promise you won't get involved anymore. I just...
No. I can't.
It's about the kids.
Aw, you are not. Oh no.
I already know about the kids missing.
Yuki's...
I mean,
What?
I already searched out a search list to Echo. Echo's gonna search every single location.
They're looking for them.
Yuki's kids.
Don't stop.
They found the way
Save
to
it.
France. I need help.
Oh, you really gonna hand them the kids? Really, this guy? Really?
They don't want to go back to Yuki.
Nova, that's enough.
They don't want to go back to her. I promise you. They're terrified of her. And rightfully so. We're all terrified of her. If the kids being terrified of her isn't enough, then there's something goddamn wrong with you not being able to stand up. They need a safer place. They said they knew you. You're the only person that I could trust.
What kind of can't that you don't understand?
Well, you're gonna have to if you care about the lives of innocent people. Especially the kids. I don't know what's gonna happen to France after this. I don't know what's gonna happen to me after this. Whether I'm gonna get out or not. I'm sure I will, but the fact of the matter is the kids are not safe there. They don't want to go back. They need someone to look after them. They need to go somewhere where they won't be found. And they mentioned you. So I'm asking you just this once. I know we're not in the best of terms right now, and we're probably not going to be able to see each other ever again after this for a while. Just because we're in a tight situation. But I need you to take the kids to a safer place, maybe to your place after this.
I mean, it's kind of a smart move. You know, they don't really investigate the royal guards. So it is pretty smart. You're not being a complete dum-dum, at least.
It's the only safest place that I can think of. Because if you're working for the New World Order, they won't search. Right? Right? Please tell me. They also know Allie. But I don't know Allie that well. You're the only person that I know. So if you don't want to hold on to them, you send them to Allie. I don't care what happens afterwards. As long as they're not in France anymore.
First off, yes, I do know Allie because I'm training her to live. She wanted me to train her from the very get-go. She wanted to stand up for people, for God's sake. The kids, I've been watching them since the beginning. Ever since I wasn't right out in the world. Ever since I was lost. Ever since I was just bloodthirsty. But then after I was recovering with the merchant in the other side of the world, I came back. Try to move on, but I can't. But I couldn't. And then I found the kids afterwards. They were fucking lost. Of course, they would mention me because I saved them from the very beginning. I actually looked after them and I check up on them every once in a while. I teach them the ways of survival out here.
Well, then you can help me once I'm out of here. We meet up at France. You take the kids.
Keep your damn voice down. What kind of
Garrett's
can't
watching.
do you not understand?
Why don't you sneakily bring the kids to his place? Take the back door.
Why can't you play it smart for once and do the damn Pandora's Law?
I did.
Well, you
It just wasn't enough. That's all I have to say.
were you slacking?
A little bit here and there, but that's not the point.
Holy shit.
Look at my hands.
Your hands are ugly.
Shut up.
What?
Oh, he can't
They're
see
all
me.
blistered.
You wanna know what you need? You need some bandages.
What really happened? There was signs of a struggle at the side of your house when I was trying to go over to your place and casually do my job. What actually happened?
When they came over today? Or the other day?
I didn't want Yuki on my case. So I decided maybe I should actually make it look like I was doing my job. So I went over to France. I saw footprints. And then some signs of struggle on the side of your house. But there was nobody there. What actually happened?
You wanna tell him? You can tell him. We might as well go all the way, right?
I possessed Yuki.
You what?
Nah. This is the fun part.
I didn't mean
Repeat that
to.
one more time.
I possessed Yuki. Body, mind, everything.
Shut up.
Shutting up. Yo, I told you to shut up. You gotta just take that. I don't think he believes you. You wanna show him? Do you wanna try possessing him too?
The stare.
I don't have control over my powers, but
The stare.
it
Please.
happened.
Not now. Stare.
There you go, buddy.
Her eyes glowing. The
You need to leave.
Aw, but I'm having fun.
No more. You need to go.
holy shit, they actually have.
Well, if you need me, I'll be right here.
Go!
Living rent free inside your head.
I'm sorry. I need you. I need you to take the kids. I'll take the
Shh.
kids.
Lower your damn
Where-
voice and answer
Where
my
can I
question.
take them?
Answer my question. Do you have the glowing eyes?
I couldn't see them, but
Just
if I had to guess, yes.
hold. That's 4. That's
What do you mean
4.
by 4?
Athena. Aries. Hephaestus. What do you mean? What were you saying? Something about an N?
An N and an S.
On the patrols. Look. I don't know. Oh my
Can I
god.
count on you?
Look.
I just need to put the kids somewhere else.
Just don't. Just save it, please. I tried to stay out of things for so damn long.
Well, there is no staying out of it this time, Lee. So are you in or not? I need to have the kids somewhere. You can help me or not? And if so, where can I take them? If you don't want to come to France, that's fine, I'll come to you. I just don't know where to go. I don't want to argue about this anymore.
I
got
know
a
you
splitting
don't.
headache.
No, but I really can't help you. I can't. I'm trying to stay out of shit, okay? I really can't. I know that you really don't like Yuki. You really. I don't know what's been going on. I've been trying to stay out of things for so damn long. I mean, shit, I really didn't want you to get involved. I thought you had things handled. Because I actually cared for your life, for everybody else's. Instead, this shit happens. I really can't help. I can't. I just can't. What she does, she makes you do fucking things, man. She makes you do things. She fucks with you.
But you care about the kids.
She likes to play games, for Christ's sake. She just thinks all of this shit is a game. She does this shit sinisterly. She tries to get people killed. Shit, she tried to do that shit with Danny.
I know.
She maybe
And-
possibly tried to do it to anybody else in this fucking world.
Lee, I think I'm Nemesis. And if it helps you any better, if I can ever get a freaking control over my freaking powers, I will get the revenge on them that is needed. But I need you to do one thing. Just need to know, will you be able to take over care of the kids? After that, we don't have to meet anymore. After that, we don't have to do anything. Okay? It'd probably be best if we don't see or hear about anyone ever again. I don't know how long it'll take. But if you know anything about Nemesis, take my word for it.
Of course I do. I learned it from Yuki before she went all.
Then if you do, I still have a lot to learn, but if you do, can I count on you?
You need to hear my warning. You need to heed it. I sent you that message for a reason.
and I will take it. But only if
No.
if I can count on you.
Nova, they aren't what they seem.
I know. They're God born.
I
I will
but they
literally
actually know their names. If you know they're Godborns, what are their names? Tell me, what are their names?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Exactly. You don't know
I haven't
anything
had time.
yet.
I've been in her ass.
Stop.
Lee.
Let me talk. You don't know their names, then you don't know what they can do. But luckily, I know because I'm playing it smart.
Then if you're playing it smart, then you can take the kids. Because I'm clearly doing the worst job in the world. And I know you don't want anything going wrong with them. So please. They'll be safer. And so will your cause. They just need a place. That's all. So where can I take them that they will be safe? The one place that they won't be searched for.
I don't know. Like I said, I can't help. The only reason why I'm not trying to get involved is because I'm still scared of her. I just can't. Like I said, she makes you do shit. And I'm not gonna try to get involved with that shit anymore. I have to do what I need to do. Besides, I need to interrogate Zolan soon. I'm sorry that I know I should have been around. I was gonna try to tell you why I was really there. But of course, fucking Hermes and Demeter shows up. So I decided to back off and leave. Because I thought they were just gonna tell you it in the harshest way possible that I was just spying on you and I was against you. And shit. The only person I can actually
If
trust
you
was her
would've-
Hades.
If you would have just been truthful from the start, I wouldn't have known or care. But since I can't trust you, I don't think we have any more means of being here. You have any more being here.
Then let me make this very clear to you before I leave, right through that door. Yuki and Justin, Athena and Ares. They are a duo to not be fucked with. They are not what they seem. I told you to not retaliate, just live your life. I really don't know if you have the kids or not. I really don't.
I do. I don't want them to be in France anymore. They're not safe. I'm telling the truth. When have I ever lied? I've kept my Godboard thing a secret because I just didn't know if I could trust you. Or anybody else. I'm in the same boat as you, Lee.
I'm scared.
And I am too.
And and everybody is. Look, I really do want to help. I really do.
Then just leave. If you're not gonna help, then just go.
Then make me a promise. If you do, try to retaliate against Yuki and somehow succeed. If you try to change the world, if you try to I want you to live your life. And remember that I'm really sorry. But she really scares me and I really want her gone, but all I wanted for you was just to live your life. That was it. I really wanted to be your friend ever since I came to your doorstep that day. I really wanted to be your friend. Ever since I was working in New World Order, I was afraid I was going to lose you too, just like her. I really want to help you, but I can't. But just please, for the love of God, please live. Just live your damn life. God damn you. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. It looks like I couldn't save you too.
Shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Great, the kids. Maybe Chris will find a way. Maybe Chris can help me. Chris can definitely help me if he said he knows a way out of it. Damn it, Lee. Guess I couldn't trust you anyways.
Oh, I thought I heard my door slamming. Christ. Oh, Christ, did I fall asleep? Fuck.
Sheriff,
Yeah?
how much did you hear?
I was writing papers and I think I fell asleep at some point. Don't really know. Last time I checked, it was night.
Right, I think I want to go to bed. I'm tired.
That might be best. When you wake, I'll make sure you got some food waiting for you.
Thank you.
I myself should probably at least lay on the couch properly. So,
Yeah. Alright,
take care, fella.
you too. Ah!
Bruh, I'm not done streaming. Anyway. And with her, she's brought a... Hold on, I started going fucking different accent there. Hold on. Oh. And with her, she's brought a vengeance. She wants her revenge. Of course she does. All of this world wants its goddamn revenge. They want to make what's wronged in them right. They want to fix what's broken, but that's not how it works. You can't just fix what's broken. You build something new. You take what was broken and you make something different. It's not ever gonna be the way it once was. These people and their games, in their towers where none of it matters to them. Both sides. I don't know if I can fix something that the entire world is a part of except me. How am I supposed to stop something if I'm the only one outside of their games? Hell, I can try to make them play my own game. I can try to make them play by my rules instead of theirs, but they have the numbers, they have the army. But I am the captain of the Royal Guard. sure there are those that trust me far more than they do them. If accepting that I'm Phoebe is what it takes to make sure these idiots don't kill themselves over stupid things, then I guess I don't have much of a choice. I don't think I could live with myself otherwise. Besides, I never asked to be a godborn, but at the end of the day, I guess there ain't much difference. Just a bit of a fancier bloodline is all. Well, then I better start learning how to play chess real damn fast, 'cause I did not do good at chess club in high school. I have too much work to do. And that will be all for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed. We have quite a filled board. That we do. I am very hungry. My God, I am starving. Ah! Glad y'all enjoyed. Nice to have y'all along for the ride. I hope I didn't go to the next page in the Fates book too fast. I try not to, but, you know, sometimes I tippity-tap type real fast. We got several investigations we gotta follow up on. There's the interrogation with Zolan, there's the missing kids, and all of that. And there's that cold case, which is the theft that nearly got Justin killed. There's a lot of cases that we gotta solve, and there's a lot of crimes that people have committed that we need to make sure they are held accountable for. And that they get to live so they can be held accountable for it. And then there's also the fact of attempting to make sure that it doesn't come to war. When does Swanson sleep? My God. Anyhow, I shall leave y'all to it. I hope y'all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for y'all. This is Swan, signing off, fellas.